A lovely afternoon at UBC Thunderbird Park for some USL soccer on this Mother's Day, and a special hello to all of you who have been soccer moms. Perry Solkowski along with Vancouver Whitecap and Canadian international David Edgar. David, two teams who have played this week. The Whitecaps were losers on the road to Tulsa. As far as Colorado Springs was concerned, they played to a draw in Portland. And we always talk about the home team, and we will in a second, but when we deal with Canadians, very seldom do we talk about visitors and someone with Canadian ties, but Mastakashe has exactly that, and he's been off to a great start with Colorado Springs.
Yeah, the 21-year-old Canadian Algerian who grew up at an early age through the Montreal Impact Academy. Didn't quite make it there when the USL team folded. He's an exciting attacking player who just seems to score highlight reel goals.
Yeah, you know what? You take a peek at what he has done so far this year. It is something that the Whitecaps will have to key on when he has the ball 25 yards in or not, because he looks to shoot and he's got a very good strike. As far as Whitecaps FC2 are concerned, it's always exciting for a pro player who makes his first start, and we will see that today. Yeah,
there'll be some nerves, some butterflies in the change room for Nazim Bartman. He's come in here, he's done well. He's only had a handful of appearances. Did well at the University of South Florida. Lots of assists, led the team in assists, and we're looking to Rich Fagan's looking to bring in the changes here and hopefully he can take his chance.
Yeah, it hasn't been a busy week for them. He played in South Africa, where former Whitecap Michael Boxall played too. So there's always some ties out here. It is a special day. I'm sure some proud moms in the stands. It should be some exciting soccer as we get set for Whitecaps FC2, a home game on this Mother's Day at UBC Thunderbird Stadium. A wonderful afternoon for soccer. The sun is shining. Time for the players to wish each other good luck as the Colorado Springs Switchbacks make their way into Thunderbird Stadium at UBC Endowment Lands to take on Whitecaps FC2. There's the referees getting set for the game today too. It should be a good one in the sunshine. Both these teams playing earlier this week. It'll be David Barry, the head official for this one. A loss for the Whitecaps after a long 11-hour travel day where lightning in the Dallas area forced them to stay on the plane. Sven DeWitt, the captain, it was a tough one for them. Portland was the destination for the visitors. Colorado Springs played very well there. 0-0 draw in that game, so no changes to their lineup as they get set for this one, David. And I guess it doesn't matter what time of year and what the day is, and this is a special Mother's Day. It's always fun to put on the boots when the sun is shining and get in action.
Yeah, not very often. Recently, the sun's been shining out here. But like you say, Mother's Day, some players playing in front of their mothers, and it's a very special moment.
Yeah, soccer moms all over the country. We wish you a very happy day. Yeah, fans in place. It's been a while since we've seen some soccer from the Whitecaps. They're a pro team, the first team obviously on the road for 4 in a row. And nice to get FC2 back in the lineup and See the fans. Here's the starting lineup. No switches at all to the switchbacks as far as their performance against Portland. Look for Ricardo Perez. That's the man that Coach Rich Fagan said we have to look for, and we talked about him in our opening. Master Cashier, a guy comes in from the left side, puts it on the right foot, and if you saw the highlight, he can hit the ball. He will be someone that the Whitecaps defense will always look at. As far as Rich Fagan's lineup, I had to make some changes. I mentioned the travel. It's been a lot of it. You'll see some regulars that are in the first team on a regular basis, and Marco Bustos and Ben McKendry. Cole Seiler also in there, but we were talking earlier, David, they're all coming off injuries too. It's been a while since haven't got a lot of training in. It'll be interesting to see what they can do for Rich Fagan's side as he gets set, smiling as he is, because as you mentioned, haven't seen a whole lot of sun for Colorado. Their head coach, Steve Treacheau, who's been part of the Colorado Rapids, was an Olympian, getting set for what his team can do. Should be a good game, and I think expecting it to be a little bit wide open with the attacking sides on both.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to an exciting attacking game. Obviously, the changes, some fresh legs for the Whitecaps, and a bit of consistent lineup for the switchbacks here. So I'm looking forward to it.
Whitecaps come in with a record of 2 wins, 4 losses, a couple of draws, 8 points. They currently sit 10th in the West as far as the Colorado Springs Switchbacks are concerned. 3 wins, a couple losses, 4 draws. So they sit in 3rd place, and we are underway in the sunshine here at UBC. First long ball in to see if he can stretch the defense a little bit on the right side for the Whitecaps. That's where we'll see Chris Serban. Normally a defender. Rich Fagan saying on that right side you will see the man with the ball now, Caden Chung and Serban, probably overlapping, both of them with the ability to attack forward.
Yeah, Caden Chung's got bags of energy to get over and get overlapping runs on top of Serban, so looking forward to that one on the right-hand side.
Early on, DeVitt, Seiler playing the ball back. DeVitt thinks he can go cross field, do a switchback against the switchback, doesn't work. And here's some early speed on. Great opportunity early on for Colorado Springs, just missing the wet. What a great run, and they were worried about that kind of exposure and the speed. Shane Malcolm with a wonderful run and touch, got by Declan Wynn early on. Whitecaps FC dodging a bullet.
Bit of communication there. Cole Seiler didn't know whether to stick or twist. Couldn't quite get to it, and he saw the pace of Malcolm there, and lucky not to be 1-0 down the Whitecaps.
Well, Sean Melvin, you're 59 seconds in, and that's the first time you've seen a ball coming at you. Hit very well. He played the angle, but just a couple of inches the other way didn't work for him. That'll wake you up if you're not ready to go, wouldn't it, as a defender?
Yeah, for sure.
Amanda Glory with the ball. He looks to Serban, gets by him. He'll run it down. Good battle in the back. Serban will do very well to get to it and keep it in. Josh Suggs, a guy who's really they're concerned about from the Whitecaps FC standpoint as a left back who really goes forward and forward. So kind of the same thing as far as the game plan is concerned for both sides. On the right side, Fagan thinks he can move forward. On the left side, that's where the Colorado Springs thinks they can push. A ball in, brought down, nice little give and go. Loose, Gloria Amanda trying to pick it up there, but the switchbacks pick it up and they will move forward right away. DeVitt would like that one back. Puts it right into the feet of Ricardo Perez. Perez goes to the left. A little miscommunication on what they hope would be a 1-2 touch. Picked up by Cole Seiler, removing the ball forward. It's the first time we have a chance to mention the guy that we talked about early on as a opportunity for the Whitecaps come. Amanda's there. They'll be playing. Seems they've got a lot of good pace. 18-year-old Amanda coming off his first goal. Scored it a couple of days ago, his first pro game against Tulsa. And like anything else, you finally get one at a pro level. We'll see if the young man's confidence will continue to grow.
Yeah, and it was a fantastic goal as well. He took it excellently. Like you say, it'll give him bags of confidence now, and hopefully be plenty more to come.
You always think, you know, the coach is talking about how tired they are. Kept some of the guys in, and Amanda being 18 years old, I guess you're not allowed to say your legs are tired. Doesn't matter how long the travel has been.
No, I agree. Definitely, you can't be tired at 18 years old. You should be able to play back-to-back 90 minutes.
Declan Wynn with a little give and go of Bartman. Here's our first time of calling out the name of Marco Bustos. Winnipeg, Manitoba native. Last time he played, he's only got 1 USL game under his boots this year. On his birthday, scored a goal, but hurt himself as well. Midfield of Bustos. Ben McKendry is in there. that much more expected from them, David, when they've had so much time with the first team and they come down and play USL?
I think so, but the level of the USL is getting higher and higher, and you can see them. Everyone's quite competitive at this level, so you'd like to see them take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, it's almost unfair to think you come down and you should dominate, because that would just play to the fact that the level's not good enough. And to your point, it seems to get better year and year. And the more people we look at, Perez, a guy who was up with Colorado, there's a lot of Major League experience that are now on a pitch.
Definitely, and I played in a game last year to get my fitness levels up, and I was really, really quite surprised, pleasantly surprised at the pace of the game and the quality.
Did you guys win that game?
We did.
Did you score?
I didn't.
Were you man of the match?
You know what? I wasn't.
And it's a wonderful point to make. When these guys are coming back from hamstring injuries, is there still a mental part, as there'll be a foul called against Colorado on Sven Debit? Is there a mental part that some of these players have to get past when they're training with the first team and they come down here to play and see if they're healthy?
I think so, especially with the muscular injuries. I think it's more of a confidence. If you're 100%, if you're 110% to make that sprint at full capacity.
Will Seymour getting a foot in there, and he'll get called for the foul. Appear to be in a big danger area, but Colorado Springs sending some players forward. We'll see what they can do with it. Suggs on the ball. That's a good ball in. Sean Melvin kind of in nowhere land. You know, does he go out? Defenders coming bad. You can see that as a center back. That could have given people some trouble.
It's a tough one as a goalkeeper, whether to come out and get it or not, but I think he left it to his defenders. He made the right decision. Good ball in, though.
Melvin to halfway. DeVitt, second header in 5 seconds, goes up again, and he may make it header number 3 as he will pull this ball down. Eventually it will be Colorado Springs to Cole Seiler. They'll knock it around a bit, see if they'll switch things the other way. Seymour to Seiler. Ben McKendry coming around looking for it. Maybe that was the play. Cole Seiler puts up his hand like, you know, I probably should have played it easier. It didn't go, and Colorado coming. There's Suggs. We talked about him bursting down the left side. Good ball in. DeVitt gets a foot on it. That's a quick counter by the Colorado Springs, and it comes off a Cole Seiler ball that probably he was a little too ambitious with.
Yeah, and that's 2 or 3 times now the two center backs from the Whitecaps have that look for that crossfield pass that's been cut off. You're going to have to be very careful with that. Do well to deal with it in the end, give away a corner, but be very careful in the counterattack.
Well, it's not a surprise. Rich Fagan said left side, Josh Suggs. He'll be hammering and coming down. We've seen him twice already. The left footer in the corner, he'll deliver this cross. Ball in the box. DeVitt does well with the diving header. Trying to hold it up is Marco Bustos. Bustos will keep control of the ball. Little turn. Good run through. Onside as Bartman, Gloria Manda goes to the front. Bartman came across, makes a nice move. Unfortunate for Bartman in the far side is Nassim Bartman with his second touch of the game. And there's a young man, finally gets his first start from South Africa. The coach had said, you know what, anytime we've given him minutes, he's done well. It'll be interesting to see what he could do with a full start today.
Yeah, they say Rich Fagan says he deserves his start, and he gets some early touches here, and he looks sharp. That was a great run and a good find from Marcos Bustos.
Switchbacks, moving it around. Long ball in by McFarland. Seiler is there. There's Perez to win it. They'll look to go to the other side. Waiting for the ball is Suggs. They get it to him. Back again with the switchbacks. It's Eddie Prue. Eddie Prue to Suggs on the overlap. Here's the ball in, low on the ground. DeVitt will get to it. Contains it, goes deep. Amanda will have to try and run it down. It won't. Colorado Springs keeping possession. Another ball in by DeWitt. Center backs have been busy. Will Seymour coming in. Little scrambling night now for the home team, just trying to control the ball and getting it out. See if they can find some pace. Here's Bartman again. That's a good ball to Amanda. He's got Serpent coming on the right side. Amanda goes back to Nasim Bartman. Will he be able to keep it in? He does, but leaves it for the defender. Well, as much as we have talked about Colorado early on being able to transition, well, that was quickly done by the Whitecaps going the other way.
Good transition there from the Whitecaps. Obviously, like you said, a bit scrambly. Finally get the ball on the ground, and Nasim Bartman showing confidence there.
And Bartman knowing better than to, will they get it in? Bartman knew he was offside, lets it go, does well in that part. The mentality of the game is there. That cross he'd probably like back, not high enough, gets knocked away. We'll see more Whitecaps trying to put some pressure on so they can return possession. They can't. Colorado will play the long ball, trying to spring their lone forward up top, which is Aaron King. King with a couple of goals leads this team so far this year. Another long ball this time in. Well, early on, you kind of get a feeling where Colorado thinks the Whitecaps might be susceptible, and that seems to be the long balls over top. Here's another opportunity onto the left foot, swing and a miss for Colorado Switchbacks, alone in front, looking for an offside flag. They wouldn't get them. Scrambling again from the Whitecaps in front. Very fortunate there that Sean McFarland had his opportunity but couldn't connect.
It is. It's all a bit scruffy for the Whitecaps in the minute. Switchbacks are using the pace wide and the overlapping runs, and you see that Shane Malcolm is happy to make that run inside, but Declan Wynn did cover well there. Just need to settle it down.
Another long ball again as they switch it up. King makes the diagonal run. Well, they look to the outside where Shane Malcolm is. They'll go to the left side again and see what they can find. Prue gets it back. Long ball misses him, but no one there from a Whitecap perspective. So Colorado with a little time to get them things set up. Jordan Burt with the ball now. He'll make a run. There's Malcolm. He's been dangerous already. Malcolm with a good ball in across. DeWitt defends his man. Comes out, but still on the foot of Perez, who takes a go from 20 yards out. Full volley. Don't discredit him for the effort. So far, Colorado has to feel pretty good about themselves in the sunshine here at UBC.
Yeah, as I said, they're getting the ball wide. They're not afraid to cross it to the big man in the middle. The Whitecaps are doing well. They're dealing with the crosses. They just need to get their foot in the ball and a little bit more composure.
Declan went inside. Was that a foul? Dave Barry says no at all. Rich Fagan not exactly thrilled with that call.
I say it looks like a foul to me there, as it does to Nasim Bartman.
Well up by Colorado. Farland bringing it down. Here's the room for Perez. Ricardo Perez, the outside to Malcolm. No one with Perez, a lot of room there. Perez will try and cut it back and does. Cole Seiler is there. Maybe a little too much space back there in the Whitecaps FC defense, able to be running through right now.
It's a good run through, forward run through from Perez, but Will Seymour has to stay with his runner there, or a bit of communication from the back four.
Well, if Whitecaps FC came into this game thinking they might have to soak up some pressure in the first 15 minutes, they've been true to form because it has been Colorado Springs with the better of the play so far. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, nothing on the scoreboard, but just more problems, and it's come from this guy. Shane Malcolm again has space on the right side. King does the run, and the ball is through. It'll be Melvin and King. Melvin comes out with a big save. Well done by Sean Melvin, read it well, but it just seemed too easy again for Colorado Springs.
Yeah, Melvin does well there to come out, clear his lines, but Declan Wynn's going to have his handful this afternoon with the pace and power of Malcolm.
Wow, we saw it 59 seconds in, and we've continued to see it, so that has to be a little bit of a concern as Malcolm, lots of energy and lots of room right now on the right side. Here's Nasim Bartman, seeing if he can get things going for the home side. That ball, first time we will call Ben McKendry's name. McKendry with the touch outside to Chris Serban. Serban to Marco Bustos. Does well in a little tight square, but gets squeezed out quickly. The ball goes back to Sven DeWitt. Amanda. There's Wynn. Trying to find a spot. It'll be Bartman, and back he goes. It's not there for Cole Seiler. Let's try it one more time is their philosophy. Bartman looking for something inside. Not a lot of movement for the Whitecaps. Not a lot of options for him, so he goes back to Sven de Witt. Seymour tries to penetrate with a pass there. It was too much for Marco Bustos to handle, and Colorado Springs will pick it up and go the other way. And again, here's the space and time for Shane Malcolm. Malcolm's pass wasn't good. Coach has to like his reaction. Malcolm's gone all the way across the field trying to win the ball. It's that kind of effort that caused Will Seymour to take a foul.
Yeah, good little spell there from the Whitecaps without actually doing anything going forward with the ball. They kept it a little bit, but fantastic shape and discipline from the switchbacks there. I've watched them, and they're keeping them down one side. They're happy for the center backs to keep the ball because they know they're not really hurting them.
What will the Whitecaps have to do in a spell of possession like that? Do they need more movement up front to find somewhere?
They're definitely going to need the movement. I think Marcos Bustos is going to come to play massively in those pockets and in those holes. That's what he's good at. That's what he describes it is his best part of the game, is getting on the ball and creating. So he's going to need to find that space.
Foul on Seymour, ball black in play. It was offside. Well, both teams have traveled. More travel miles put on by the Whitecaps FC this week than by the visitors from Colorado Springs. Can't make excuses for that, but it is not an easy thing to do. So Rich Fagan trying to freshen up his lineup, making some changes to what he has. At the end of the day, I suppose you come in with heavy legs. Maybe after a while, blood gets flowing and you get back into it.
That does take it out of you, but nowadays you've got all the recovery machines, the compression shorts, everything to recover. And as you say, some of these boys are 18, 19, so it doesn't take as long.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm on a plane for 11 hours. I pretty much take 3 weeks off, and I got a desk job, so you know. There you
I'm the
go.
same.
Colorado Springs with the throw in. Aaron King up front. Good battle there with Declan Wynn, and Wynn wins it. His ball a little long for Gloria Amanda. He'll get it back this way, though. Amanda pushes forward out to Nazem Bartman. What can he do on the right side? Right foot coming in. Serban is in there. Great header by Serban. Offside flag is up. That's better. Well, they talked, I wondered, Serban is a defender. Rich Fagan going, you know, he's played up, does well to come into his man. Don't know if he could really tell. Looked like he actually got around his defender.
You can't really tell from that angle. To me, it didn't look offside. And what a fantastic cross, in-swing cross from Nazem Bartman.
Nazem Bartman, South African, played at a United club there where Michael Boxall played. Boxall, of course, a center back with the Whitecaps' first team in the first year. If you didn't know, Spike is here, and he's brought his drum.
Just happens to be stood next to us.
It's good. Spike is doing his job. Guys in the field have to do theirs. Maybe this is part of it. Ben McKendry leads the team in shots on goal to Declan Wynn. He's got a good angle. Wynn comes in. He's inside the 18-yard box. Can he cut it back? He does. Who's there? Great effort by Marco Bustos. It would have been something special. Unfortunately, he didn't get all of it. As Declan Wynn found a little bit of joy cutting the corner down the left side.
That's what I was saying from the Whitecaps there. Patience. If they're not going to come press you, keep the ball, keep moving it side to side, and the openings will come. And Ben McHenry found that pocket. Good ball from Declan Wynn.
Well, it was going to be something special if the second goal of the season for Marco Bustos was coming on that play. No shortage in confidence in his ability and skill on the ball. Just got to keep on working. He's had to battle some injuries trying to find a spot on that first team. There's a good run through by Gloria Amanda. 18-year-old, little diagonal run, good effort. The ball was a little too long from him. You know, I did the game out at McLeod Park in Langley about a month ago. I thought Amanda, the guy who was making his first start, you just thought, boy, oh boy, this 18-year-old from the St. Nicholas Soccer Academy in Edmonton, same place where Alfonso Davies played, doesn't lack any confidence in this league.
Yeah, I agree. I've seen him play as well when I did the other game, and for me, it was the intelligence of his runs at 18 for his first second professional game. The intelligence of his runs and his movement was above his years.
Well, and just like that one there, he took the diagonal run. Had to be a great ball, but at least he was making the right moves. Another offside ball to Serban. And I think when you're playing in a development league like this, is it tougher for that forward to push through? Kyle Gregg did it last year. Now he's with the first team, but you really have to be something special, don't you?
You do, and he's got all the attributes. I mean, Kyle Gregg deservedly made the step up to the MLS. I thought he was fantastic last year for the USL team. And Gloria Amanda, I can say, he's got all the attributes to play in the MLS. He just needs to keep learning the game and keep working hard day in, day out.
Long cross in that Sean Melvin handled quite easily. Still haven't talked a lot about, very little, we did in the opening, about the Algerian-Canadian Master Kacher. Really hasn't had the ball at his feet on the left side. It's been Suggs coming down there, but most of the play has been here by Colorado Springs and what they've found with Shane Malcolm, who's had a lot of room here on the right side, but they're very aware of the ability they have. Top player in the Colorado Springs with Canadian ties.
Yeah, he hasn't had much to do in the first 20 minutes here, but as you've seen in the highlights before the game and what we've seen of him, you can't take your eye off him for a second, because next thing you know, he might be in the top corner.
Yeah, one chance is all he's looking for. Declan Wynn pushing and pressing his defender. Cole Seiler under that long ball, gives it to Sven DeWitt. Good pressure by Aaron King, so DeWitt has to get rid of it. And Wynn does well to chip it up and try and chip it through. Unfortunately, Nassim Bartman kind of shrugging his shoulders, going, I wasn't moving. Needed to play it to my feet.
And the switchbacks are happy to use that long ball to Aaron King. Seiler and DeWitt are dealing with him quite well. 2v1 at the minute, but they got to be careful because he's working hard up there to close them down in the second balls.
Caden Chung's been a lot of chasing, not on the ball that much, but the young man who's had some time with our national team continues to impress. Gets a touch on it. Chung will kind of alter a little bit, I think, with Serban was the plan by Rich Fagan, altering that right side. Both guys can move up and kind of play a midfield role right now. Chung is back in the right back position. Here's Ben McKendry. He'll swing it around the other way to DeWitt. Coming in for the ball is Gloria Amanda. That's a good through ball going in. Great opportunity for Whitecaps FC. Ball is loose. Is there a foul? Indeed there is. They've called the PK. Quick build up, and the Whitecaps will take full advantage of it. Josh Suggs not happy with the call. Dave Barry, without question, pointed to the center dot. Suggs will get the yellow card. And the Whitecaps will have full advantage. Whitecaps FC with an opportunity here in the 22nd minute to go up by a count of 1-0. Great through ball is Marco Bustos who got in.
Just gets an arm on his foot there.
Looked like Bustos was losing his balance when he cut back.
He was almost already going down, but what a fantastic through ball that was. And Gloria Amanda to let it go through his legs, whether he got a call from Marcos Bustos or not, it was fantastic play.
Well, we mentioned about 3 minutes ago, if Bustos was going to score in his second game this year in USL, it would have been a pretty one. This is well deserved. It will be the Winnipeg, Manitoba native. He's played one game this year, scored, hurt his hamstring. Bustos to put the Whitecaps FC up 1-0. Cool, calm, collected, and the Caps have a 1-0 lead. While it might be against the run of play, but full advantage from Marco Bustos and what he created there.
As I said, it's a great through run from Marcos Bustos, and Gloria Amanda lets it go through his legs. catches the back four off guard, and Boosty does the rest. And 9 times out of 10, if he's going to score from the penalty spot. He's got that ability.
We haven't had to call out keeper's name, Wazi Poati, Cameroon international, who plays in the nets for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, and he was a little disappointed with that, but very calm by Marco Bustos to finish that. He has that belief, never questioning his confidence. Aaron King turns, and the Switchbacks with an opportunity to even this up in a hurry, but the shot goes high and wide. Eddie Prue had it on his foot. A 1-1 tie, but blasted over the net.
Eddie Prue should probably do better there. He'll be kicking himself. He's got to keep it down, get it on target. But Whitecaps have got to stay calm and collected for the next 5 minutes, especially you say that as a defender. You don't want to give anything away after you score.
Ben McKendry comes running from midfield to get this ball. Will he turn with it? A lot of pressure, so it just goes back to Sean Melvin. Doesn't get all of it. Chung in a battle with Cachet. It will be Caden Chung winning that battle, throwing for Whitecaps FC 2. Quickly, he plays it to Chris Serban. Serban trying to protect it down the right line. Good battle there. Ball bouncing, but it's still at the feet of Serban. Tries to do a little quick turn in the space there. Cachet with it. And Colorado will drive it forward for the first time. Prue with it. Back to Masta Cachet. Inside, Fernandez tried to flick it. Couldn't. Bartman's ball to Gloria Manda wasn't there. Early on, when you talk about this team and the names and the switches they've had to do as far as Whitecaps FC are concerned, a first start for Bartman, you know, a young 18-year-old Amanda doesn't have a lot of experience serving. Seems to be a little bit of chemistry, though, with the front four, front six of where to move and where to put the ball.
Yeah, for sure. They're playing with freedom, and it's flowing quite nicely, especially with Bustos playing in the pockets. But again, it's not just Marcos Bustos. Gloria Amanda will come in the holes. Nazim Bartman is showing confidence to go into pockets. And it's nice to see. They're playing with the freedom.
Ronnie Argueto was fouled there. Argueto, the captain of Colorado Springs. Win with a ball into Ben McKendry. He's got Bartman. Bustos in a little bit of a confined area. He realizes that, so swings it around and gives it to Ben McKendry. They'll see if they can find something else. Seiler back to goalkeeper Sean Melvin, making his third start of the year. Made his national team debut this year. Long ball in, Gloria Amanda running towards it, but Switchbacks have that under control. Still kept in, and Bartman will take it inside. Good run by Serban. That would have been a tough ball to find him. Can't, goes all the way to goalkeeper Mazi Puata, who will quickly throw it on the left side to Josh Suggs. Cachet is waiting for it. He gets it. He wants it on his right foot. He may think about something. He doesn't. Tries to go inside. Now it comes back. There's Melvin again. Blocked by Cole Seiler. And Seiler gets rid of it. Will Seymour the ball to Bustos. Maybe misjudged by Marco as that goes out. 27 minutes played at UBC on this Mother's Day. Mama Bustos is happy. Her son got the goal on a PK. Marco's second of the season, and that's the only score we have on the board as Whitecaps FC lead by a count of 1-0 over the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Amanda, like that about this kid before, too. It's not about offense, too. He knows how to defend and track back and cause a little trouble for center backs and defensive midfielders. They know that he's always there. Left side, Josh Suggs is there. Whitecaps FC2 get a header on it very quickly. Perez comes in to get it. And will that be a foul? He's staying down on the ground. Caden Chug came into it at the same time. And it'll be the veteran Ricardo Perez talking to the ref going, you kidding me?
Yeah, a little bit of a bite there from Caden Chung. Nice to see. Small in stature, but not afraid to go into the tackles, is he?
Yeah, Perez goes down hard. That's a key for Colorado Springs. He was hanging out with the Colorado Rapids of MLS, and then they moved him down. He's got the experience. They think he'll really lead the way. Corner kick coming in. Seiler will get a piece of it. Purdue with the opportunity. can't go down. He'll go back and head it. Colorado Springs keeps possession of it. Another long ball in. Offside flag is up. And they'll keep on playing with possession. That ball into space, way out. And in control is Poitier. And very quickly, here they come again. Touch gets away. Spammed a bit, tries to get advantage of it, can't. Loose ball at Serban will go all the way back to Caden Chung. There'd be a foul called there. Fans, stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts. It's Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on SiriusXM FC, Channel 85. Also, don't forget, SiriusXM will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check USLsoccer.com for dates and for times. Almost 30 minutes into this one in the sunshine. McKendry going, really? A little push on Ben McKendry. 2015 USL Player of the Year for Whitecaps FC2. Had his crack, debuted this year in San Jose for the first team. A game in which they played over an hour of it with 10 men, so Ben wasn't going to go forward in that situation. Did an awful lot of running in his pro debut. That's one thing he'll remember about it. Doing what he can to get back up there. Ball chipped in and moved forward. Aaron King with a good little flick on there. Caden Chung will deal with it, but not far enough. Purdue is there. He looks for another opportunity. Can't. Bustos tries to control it and does. They'll go backwards. Good pressure by Colorado Springs. Late foul there. There will be a talking to. Eddie Prue, rather, was the gentleman who I think is in conversation. We've had our moments in this half where there's been some good possession, and we've had our moments where there's just been a lot of long balls and a lot of balls being headed back and forth.
Yeah, the switchbacks are happy to get the ball in behind and to test the Whitecaps back four. I think they've dealt with it quite well, obviously apart from the first couple minutes, but switchbacks look well organized, and it's going to need some good movement to break them down. Nice
chance by Nazim Bartma. Good ball by Wynn. He did well with a great first touch. And to cut inside, and the Whitecaps FC2 will have a corner. First corner of the match for them comes at the 31-minute mark. A bit of a wind blowing here, and it's in the faces of FC2, so a ball like that to Bartman hung up just a little bit for him. Let's see what they have on as far as the set piece is concerned from the corner. McKendry would deliver it. Goes back post, switchbacks get ahead on it. Still loose, actually. It'll go all the way to the goaltender. Goalkeeper does well. Even tougher than it looked as Poitier comes up there to bring it down. Miscommunication as Bustos was looking at it, done, and Aaron King has an opportunity on the left foot. Will he try and get it back? Chung defends. Great save by Melvin. Another save by Melvin as he goes out. Well, a miscommunication by Marco Bustos in the center back led to that bounce and the opportunity. Sean Melvin was there to bail out his teammates again.
Yeah, golden rule there. Don't let the ball bounce. Miscommunication again. I don't know whether it's Declan Wynn and Marco. It looked to me like Marcos Bustos was going to get to it and just stopped. Whether he got a shout from Wynn or not, I don't know, but has to be dealt with.
There have been a couple lapses that have not been something that FC will be thrilled with, but each time they've got away with it. Live and learn, it's a development league.
Yeah, getting away with it, but again, Sean Melvin pulling out a couple saves for them as well.
Yeah, well, you said that the golden rule of not letting it bounce probably goes to teams when you're old enough to head the ball, right? You know, maybe you 13 and 14, if nothing else, get a foot on it, get it back. Miscommunication by the Whitecaps, and quickly it was trouble, but unscathed at this point, 33 minutes in. Dave Barry having a conversation. I'm not sure with Chris Serban as to what the situation is. Didn't see a foul there. If he's saying that's a few on you already.
He's saying you've done one over there and one over there. So
yeah. Next one, little accumulation. How much does that change a player's mindset where the ref goes, okay, son, that's been 3 or 4? Can you let that change your mind?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I think it'd be sensible to stay on your feet for the next couple minutes just so you stay out of the referee's radar, because if you're the next person to make a foul, then he's going to book you.
Long opportunity. Ben McKendry gets a foot on it. Bustos will try and turn in tight spaces. Can't. Loses the ball and then decides I'll do whatever I can to get it back against the captain. Had tugged on the shirt of Ronnie Argueta. And we'll get the foul in a dangerous position about 25 yards out, directly in front of the Whitecaps FC net.
Yeah, the referee was just waiting there. There was about 3 or 4 fouls. Boosty unlucky not to hold it up there. Needs to be a bit stronger, but you can see a good position here for the switchbacks.
Several switchbacks over the ball. Eddie Prue, Josh Suggs is the lefty. 5 possible guys to strike this. Cachet, the Canadian, has been the one who's been hot. He runs over it. Ball gets through the wall, is sitting there loose, left foot. Melvin, save, goalpost. Rebound is loose again. This time it's cleared off the line.
What a save.
Well, it wasn't exactly how they drew it up as far as Colorado is concerned. Melvin with 1 save. Declan Wynn was the Whitecap player who was sitting on the line again, and he cleared it out. Switchbacks with yet another corner. Good ball in. Cole Seiler gets it, but Kashu brings it down, beats his first man, tries to get a foot on, and it does. It's blocked, popped outside. There's Perez, blocked and stays in bounds. And now they got to go the other way. Gloria Manda was the guy who had blocked that. That's where Gloria Manda is trying to get back to. They'll catch a break. Marco Bustos, though. Slide tackle. Bustos trying to fight for that ball, but Colorado Springs wanted a little bit more, and they've got possession of it again. Declan Wynn had it, but that's picked up. Ricardo Perez, last 5 minutes, Colorado Springs picked it up a little bit. Whitecaps after that goal trying to find their form again. Bartman trying to settle things down to win. Good pressure again as the Springs are on them. Will Seymour trying to find space. We'll get to Bustos, but again, Bustos is almost bullied off the ball, and they will call the foul on Marco Bustos. Switchbacks wasting no time, too. Figuring where can they have that opportunity? They go far left side. Caden Chung up in the air to win it, but switchbacks still have it. Here's Cachet trying to turn. He loves it on his right foot. They swing back to the left side. Ball in, nobody really in the box to deal with it. Declan Wynn does. That could have been a foul there, but it wasn't on Caden Chung. That ball long enough, but kept in. Here goes a run by Gloria Manda. They may have him here. Good ball. Will he get there? Could have a big collision. Well out of his net is the keeper, Kawate. It's almost a quick turnaround by the Whitecaps, and we're gone the other way. Well, we said earlier that it could be open when the game started, David. I think we're at that point right now.
Oh, yeah. Usually it takes to about 70 minutes, but it's attack against defense, both sides of the pitch now.
Yeah, it may not clinically be the best and the most played, but it's fun to watch. Down the other way this time, 70% speed. As Declan Wynn, ball is in there. Colorado Springs win it. There'll be a late foul. I would imagine they'll put it down and keep on going. No one wants to slow down this track meet. And here we go again. Cole Seiler will go backwards. Will Sean Melvin decide to maybe give everybody a breath?
I think both teams need a breather here.
Yeah.
Just get your foot in the ball. Settle it down. I think the Whitecaps just need to start playing it into Amanda's feet. He doesn't want to be competing against these two big center backs who are most likely going to win most of the battles in the air.
Yeah, McFarland just looking like Sean McFarland may have done something to his back on that last header, was kind of grabbing it, reaching for it. There's Burt inside. Prue with it. Gets stopped. Another ball in. DeVitt can't get it. It goes by the far side. Serban will catch up to it first, looking for some help. Caden Chung's his best opportunity. He's going to get pressed real quickly. So he will hit it deep, and again, there's Gloria Amanda trying to hold someone up. Center backs do the job again. How quickly will the Whitecaps FC2 go in transition? Bustos has it. He's going to be closed by 2 men. Marco spent a lot of time on the turf here in the first 38 minutes.
Yeah, just slow it down now. The Whitecaps are in no rush. Get into halftime 1-0 up.
Well, I think at the other side, if you're the Springs Switchbacks head coach, you're Steve Treacher, that's okay, guys. It'll come. I think they've done everything they want as a road team.
Yeah, 100%. They started brightly. A couple opportunities. Sean Melvin's bailed the Whitecaps out a few times here, but it's exciting. It's been an exciting 40 minutes here.
Bustos on the left side. Gloria Amanda will spin off his defender. Ball get caught up a little bit in the wind. Had to be picture perfect.
Go with it, go with it. Keep it moving.
Malcolm again. Still hanging on to the ball. He'll go back out to Prue. Prue puts it in. Cole Seiler is there, or make that Seymour there. Long shot. Yeah, why not an attempt? The captain does exactly that, but Argueta a little high and wide. Perez in a battle won by Cole Seiler. Bartman does well with a little back heel. Good ball movement by Colorado Springs. Get it to the outside, Cashier. Suggs with it. Kind of falls in between center backs. Wynn eventually gets to it to Gloria Amanda. Doesn't have enough on his header to get it back to his teammates.
Drop back.
Brought down again. A little bit of space for Will Seymour. Will he take it? Tries that long ball over top, and it's great. Gloria Amanda, can he finish it? Couple of touches, leans in, loses it at the final second. What a wonderful ball from the back by Will Seymour. Just sat up for Gloria Amanda, could not finish.
Great ball by Will Seymour. A little bit of backspin on it, but just before that, Gloria Amanda's made the same run for Marcos Bustos, and I was just thinking to myself, overhit it. He's making those runs, just overhit it and behind. He will win the ball. He will get there first. He's got the pace on the center backs here.
Well, we talked about that wind. Right now it's kind of in the Whitecaps' faces, so that long ball is going to hold up for him. You mentioned a little backspin on it. Let the kid see if he can outrun his center backs. And he's proven it a couple times he can. Serban taking the space, does well. Bustos on his left. There goes Bartman. Also coming up is Declan Wynn, but he's been chased down. And I think we found out early on the speed of Malcolm, and I don't know if anyone's winning that race against him, as he does well to track back. Gives it right back to Wynn, though. Thanks for the throw-in. And unfortunately, the Whitecaps can't do much of it. Bustos trying to react after the giveaway. And now they go again and again. Here's some space. Switchbacks, Perez cuts it back. Top of the 18, Cachet is there. Oh, looking to get it to his right foot. His touch was poor, and Ben McKendry said it's not going to happen right here. Yeah, the offside flag would have been up. Gloria Amanda trying to figure out. You can just see the kid trying to figure out where the backs are, trying to make that run.
Again, yeah, he's making some great runs. A little bit, obviously the switchbacks there played a high line, and it is difficult to get in there. They're playing for the offside, but Boosty plays that ball a little bit sooner than who knows. Just keep making those runs. He will get in.
Remind soccer fans that Nike is the official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Couple of minutes left in the first half of this one. 1-0. Malcolm tries to get it on his right foot and can't. Serban is back there. He'll find Marco Bustos at halfway. Bustos will take the ball and put it on his left foot. Gloria Amanda's waiting for it and should have had it a little earlier. Suggs on the left side for Colorado Springs. Caden Chung does well. The ref says no. Got a piece of the ball. And again, it just looks like there's space for Gloria Amanda. There is. He's now 1-on-2. Smart move by the young man to go, let's pull it back and wait for his teammates. And they do. Ben McKendry with the ball. Whitecaps trying to get their shape back again. All played out of bounds, no options to go anywhere for FC2.
Again, the switchbacks, they look organized. They look like they do their defensive work as their shape, their team shape on the training pitch.
They look susceptible early to a Gloria Amanda run. And if you can spring it, great. But if not, you're right. They do very well to quickly get their shape in place. Serban goes down hard on that far side. You wonder what the surface is like there, but it seems to be okay.
For me, the space is in behind the fullbacks, who, especially Suggs, who is a willing runner and wants to go forward. The space is there for Gloria Amanda to get in behind.
Trouble for the Springs there. Cole Seiler looking at the linesman going, was that not offside? He's still looking at him. It wasn't. You have to play it through. Could have been a lot worse as Perez comes in there, but Melvin makes a big play as he did in the first minute of play, makes a big play in the final minute of play in the first half. And as it is, as you see this final opportunity, Seiler with the hand up going, is that not offside? Kind of lackadaisical. Sean Melvin's been very good for Whitecaps FC. And they will take full credit. Marco Bustos. It's been in the middle of everything. Was taken down, given the PK and put it into the back of the net. And the Whitecaps have themselves FC2 with a 1-0 lead over Colorado Springs Switchback at UBC.
On the right side, curls it in towards center. Instead, it falls to Toma. And he'll head it into the back of goal. That is the insurance marker Vancouver was looking for. 2-0.
It's not always about wins, losses, draws, added time, missed tackles, clearances, possession, rivalries, goals, and assists. Sometimes it's about the people and the stories that shape them. Introducing the official Whitecaps FC podcast, Sideline Stories. In-depth interviews with your favorite Whitecaps players and personalities, hosted by me, Perry Solkowski. Show your ears some love.
Ya yo me cansé, no quiero ser tu amante.
Nicky Sham, tu amante.
I know this one.
Que no aguanto más.
They play this all the time, too.
Dice que es el dueño
Cantar.
tuyo.
Me mata el orgullo.
Él te sabe hablar. Esta la hice para él.
Cuando la escuche quiero estar ahí para él.
Cuando se entere sepa que soy dueño de usted.
I always think they say David Oosted right there. Can you even hear me?
No more por usted. Mami, yo me siento tuyo. Yo sé que tú te sientes mía. Ay, no tuyo.
El Amante.
Wow.
I have it. I have it.
Huge.
I just downloaded it.
Good for you.
I know the beat.
The Spanish guys for
I don't know. I don't know.
That's huge. I had no idea.
I'll dance to it. You can guess it.
Making it worse. Amante is the name of the song. Nicky Sham is the
Who sings it? Nicky Jam.
It's my go-to. Not too much though. Not too much though. And don't neglect the hips.
Si te viste bonita no te dice nada. Y a mí tú me gustas así maquillar. Tú siempre a mí me dices que te trata mal y eso lo tienes que acabar.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
It only takes a moment to make a moment.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars. Innovative technology and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
built the USL into the largest Division II professional soccer league in the world. And now the time has come to announce USL Division III, America's professional third division league, completing the U.S. pro soccer landscape. It's time for your town, your team, your game. D3 will fuel local pride and local passion, creating a new legacy for the beautiful game and inspiring its tribal following across the country. This is professional soccer, built on a disciplined financial model and operational excellence, featuring exciting venues to thrill fans in hungry new markets yearning for the game. USL Division III, professional, passionate, proven. Pro soccer starts here, coming in 2019. For more information, visit usld3.com.
Tim Parker signing some autographs, enjoying the sunshine. Jake Nowitzki also there. Some of the Whitecaps players on the road as we take a look at the first half highlights here at UBC. Sunshine has been rare. Nice to see the sunshine. Marco Bustos getting set for this one, and really early on in the first half, a lot of great opportunities came from Colorado Springs. That's the first minute. They found out that Shane Malcolm has some speed and just puts it by the far post. First time Sean Melvin had to get into the game, and yet another opportunity, and Melvin comes up big. He was the story early on, David Edgar, but then there was this opportunity from Marco Bustos.
Yeah, was it a penalty? The referee said yes, but Bustos does very well to put it away. And again, Sean Melvin kept him in the game, but you go 1-0 up against the run of play, and you'll take that.
He's played in 2 games this year. That's his second goal. Scored in his first one, which was his birthday, then hurt his hamstring. He's been rehabbing, and the young Manitoba native has come in, created that opportunity. That was the first goal of the game to make it 1-0. More opportunities as Aaron King came in, looking to get it on his left foot, dragging with Caden Chung. Chung goes well to the ground, but again, Sean Melvin plays the angles right, has to come back for the rebound. And in his third start, he's been the big story in the opening 45 minutes. This one, the wall got a piece of it. Melvin has to come out and react as the ball stayed loose. An opportunity, and again, Melvin's there. A little help from the post, and then a little help from Will Seymour. So on this Mother's Day, they've had a little luck. So the Whitecap FC soccer mums are thrilled. Tim Parker happy to see. The match stats show the 1 goal. 15 shots taken by Colorado Springs, 4 of them on target. On a surprise, possession sits in Vancouver FC's favor. A couple of offsides, corners 3-1. Don't know if you go in as a visiting coach on the road and say we directed 15 shots. I don't know what more you can do.
Yeah, again, the old cliche, there's only one stat that really matters, and that's goals. But Rich Fagan was saying the other day on Thursday night that they didn't. The Whitecaps didn't take their chances. They had 1 goal from 10 shots or something like that, and Tulsa had 3 from 5. So you'll be happy with that turnover.
I would take that. Colorado up a lot earlier than the Whitecaps back from the locker room to start this second half. They started the week in Portland, drew 0-0. Whitecaps were in Tulsa, an 11-hour trip to get there. They were in Dallas or to land there, but there was lightning, so they couldn't. And Rich Fagan just said it hasn't been easy. The last couple road trips have dialed the clock to about 11 hours each. So paying with some tired bodies, but it's been a while on this special day, Mother's Day. The boys with an opportunity to play at home in the sunshine. That doesn't happen much on the West Coast, or at least it hasn't so far with the guys on the training pitch. So we'll see if they can take this one home. Coaching staff in here. I know you had a chance to go up there. Gordon Forrest, Martin Pert. Did you get any words from what the first team coaching staff thought of the opening 45 minutes?
They were happy with it. Obviously, plenty more they know from the boys, but again, it's good. It's good for the boys to see the coaching staff here, especially with the Canadian Championships coming up. And there's an opportunity for some of these players to be involved. And you know, you come in, play in front of the management, and have a good game, and you never know what can happen from there.
Well, it's a wonderful point. The Whitecaps first team will open it up a week from Tuesday. Montreal in town. And that is really where the opportunity comes for so many players to get a chance to play at BC Place, to get some first team minutes in the Canadian Championship. Eddie, they were probably happy to see you. You don't have a brace on your leg finally.
Yeah, it's a happy day for me. First time in jeans in about 5 months. So
did it come off this weekend, or was it early this week?
Technically, the surgeon said tomorrow's my last day, so I'm just sort of easing off it today. Thought I'd dress up for you.
Listen, if the surgeon's listening, thanks for listening to the live stream. And if not, no one heard, but it's good to see you. It'd be nice to see you get your fitness back and get back to the first team. And Timmy Parker, one of the center backs here. You can never have enough center backs, and it'll certainly be great to get you back in the fold with the Whitecaps, get you back in the fold with the national team. I know the head coach was out here a few weeks back. You had a chance to talk to him, so everything moving the right way. Second half underway. Sven DeWitt doing his bit as the center back for Whitecaps FC2. Player of the year for Whitecaps FC2 last year. Sean Melvin's first touch is played back to him. He'll take that other than the breakaways, which he saw as his first touch in the first half. Early foul on. Ben McKendry's going to take his time getting it back. Suggs with a long ball over to Malcolm. Seymour will head it out of play. Jordan Pert with the ball. Pugh lets it in. It could still be trouble as it kept in. Cashier going after it, and the linesman says, nah, sorry, that went over the byline, so we will do it again. Goal kick for Sean Melvin. What kind of adjustments do you think would have been made by Rich Fagan and his FC2 team?
Just, I think he's going to tell them just to be patient with the ball. There's no need to force it. As I said, the switchbacks are very organized. They're keeping them down one side. They don't want them to switch the ball. So if the Whitecaps can move it quickly and switch it, but we're keeping their composure, then I think Rich Fagan would be happy.
Seymour, Nassim Bartman, who got his first start, and his first 45 minutes were very good, very effective when he was on the ball. Some good chemistry up top with Gloria Amanda, and credit Chris Serban for normally the Calgary Chinook product, a defender, but you see it right there. Oh, did he get away with a handball? Almost. Unfortunately, that it happened right in front of the Colorado Springs bench. So a lot of people turning on that, but Serban's done very well playing a little high in that right midfield role. Suggs ball in. Aaron King tries to bring it down and does. Here's Cashier. Cashier to the left foot. In front, Melvin loose. One big save and an opportunity catches a break. While we talked in the opening about the Algerian-Canadian Master Cashier, how good he is on the right foot, but he went left foot to show he's a little more versatile.
Fantastic little step over. Again, Sean Melvin's there. Gets up. Can't get to the rebound, but for me, the two center backs cannot let that come into King's chest inside their own 18-yard box. One of them's got to be on them, and they need to communicate there. Here's Aaron King again as Whitecaps, although
having the better of possession according to the stat sheet. A little bit on the back foot again to start this second half. Suggs goes deep with the throw. Serban gets it up the sidelines to Bustos. He's got 2 men on him. Bustos does well to hesitate and get the ball inside. McKendry tries to play it back. Right idea, just couldn't pull it off. Declan Wynn with the header, but it goes right to the foot of Ricardo Perez, playing in that number 10 role, trying to create, goes outside. Good move of the switchbacks there. Gloria Mendes back, trying to provide some pressure. That through ball, Sven de Witt tries to get ahead and it doesn't. Melvin thinks he should pull it down, does it, and it was the right decision by him. Or was it? Are they going corner kick? Yeah, they are.
That was my first thought. That Sven de Witt
did get a piece of it.
Did get a piece of it, maybe just a.
Yeah, and it almost seemed like Melvin was just guessing he was there to pull it in if he could, and thought, I don't think he got it.
It's a tough one. Referee saw something, obviously.
So it allows another corner. Josh Suggs with it over the ball. Suggs, the outswinger, top of the 18, gets a hit on it. Is Melvin there? A little obstruction. Dave Berry, the referee, puts up an elbow, saying a little bit of pushing going on. He didn't appreciate. Whitecaps will take a little sigh of relief, see if they can communicate. 5 minutes in to the second half here with the Marcos Bustos goal. The only goal we have up on the board, Whitecaps FC 2 with a 1-0 lead over the Colorado Springs Switchback on this Mother's Day game in the USL. Perry Salkowski along with David Edgar, Canadian International in the Sunshine. A special day to all you soccer mums who are out there. Several of them in attendance here in the Sunshine here at Thunderbird Stadium.
Yeah, speaking of soccer moms, I better give my mom a shout out. I think she might be listening. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Well, your daughter Lily was just up here with the headsets on. Future in broadcasting if she wants, even at a tender age of what, 3?
Oh yeah, she can talk.
Yeah.
She can talk.
Yeah, she's riveted. Headsets on, could hear things. That's all you need. That's a great game, isn't it? Families get involved. The mums have to be so supportive. As do wives. Switchbacks doing exactly that. They'll move around the ball, see where they can find an opening. Ben McKendry coming to close down, as Serban does. A little touch in there. Here's Cachet. He's got some room. They don't want him on the right foot. Good touch to Fuchs. Well hit by Suggs. Another big save by Sean Melvin. Well worked by Colorado Springs, but the goalkeeper again is there for the task, and he's got to be ready again. Here comes Malcolm. We'll have the overlap. Ball inside. Seiler gets on that. Whitecaps FC player down on the far side, trying to see who that is. Limping up, might be Will Seymour, I believe. Or maybe it's not Seymour. It could be Nazim Bartman. We'll wait and see. He's trying to get back into the play. Seiler again with the big header, but again, it's Colorado Springs. Good ball movement. Cachet going inside. They try and get it back to him, and again, and he does have it. Seiler gets a piece of it, but still more Colorado Springs. Ball in front. Offside flag is up. Whitecaps FC 2 need to take a breath. Great possession right there from Colorado Springs.
A good bit of intricate play at the edge of the box there from Colorado Springs. We haven't seen too much of that from them. They've opted to go long with it and more direct, but that was good to see and dealt with it in the end. But fantastic save again from Sean Melvin.
Melvin win this year in Portland. So on the USL Team of the Week. And he's doing a fair bit to make his case again with this play so far today. There's that long ball that they've been trying to play. This time, Caden Chung says not going over my head. Wind has died down a little bit. I suppose in the first half it was blowing into the face of the Whitecaps FC2. It'll be out their back now, but doesn't seem to be as bad as it once was. It's another long ball. This time they do get over top. Cachet trying to get on that right foot. He's had a couple of beauties so far this year. Can't find the space there, so he goes outside. There's an inside run there by Aaron King. Offside flag is up again. partnership of Seiler and DeWitt have been tested today, but so far nothing up on the board.
No, they've dealt with a willing runner in Aaron King. Yeah, he is a willing runner. He chases things down. He works hard, and he's a big boy to deal with. So they have dealt with it. Just need to keep going.
It's got to be the tough part about the USL. A guy like Cole, they're practicing with the first team. Rich Fagan doesn't know who's coming down. It can't be easy when it's so much about chemistry, especially in those kind of positions, about communicating. Am I correct?
No, it's tough. And for someone like Cole, who I've quite close to and had a good fair few chats with him, he really loves the game and wants to learn and always asking questions. And he's in a bit of a catch-22. He works so hard and he's very professional, and he's had those 2 games in the MLS, and he knows he can play at that level. So he just has to keep working hard and keeping his head down, and his chance will come.
You know, they've played 3 at the back a couple of times, and Cole's had to go on the right side. Those kind of experiences, do they not help you as a pro going, okay, this will be a little different today, but it is about learning?
Yeah, definitely, and especially going into the first team where we've tried 3 at the back, and Cole Robinson will probably try to utilize that as time. So if Cole's got, it's just another string in his bow.
Yep. Ben McKendry with it. McKendry, the most experienced player the Whitecaps FC2 have. Bustos is one. McKendry's running through. Can't give it to him. They go outside to Serban. Will he be able to get a cross in? He gets it back to the right foot. Well defended by Suggs. He'll turn and hit it. Good play by Will Seymour to get in front of that ball, but can't keep possession of it. Chung now is in a little bit of a race with Perez, does well. Well, Caden Chung goes, okay, I took the foul. Smart foul at halfway. Allows his teammates to get back and hold up transition that Colorado was looking to get upon.
Love that from Caden Chung. That's what you call a great foul in the game, and he knows what he's doing, and you're in no danger there.
Well, he's played a lot of soccer at a young age. 18 years old, only played so many games for this team last year. In the U23 team. He's got an awful lot of potential.
Definitely someone I've kept my eye on for sure after signing here and watching him play. And obviously with 6 Canadians in here, it's nice to see. And obviously from a personal point of view, players that are coming into the national team program and in the pool. It's good to see how they're developing.
Well, and there's been a couple times today where you can just tell mentally he's done the right thing. That foul, a perfect example, right? You know we're in trouble. It's better to do something.
To say a young age, but he's playing like an experienced professional.
Yeah, he's got a lot of soccer under his belt in this league for a teenager. Pride of Port Coquitlam. Sports Awards in Port Coquitlam at the end of the month. I believe Caden Chung will be involved in something like that, credited for everything he's done. There's another long ball in. Melvin decides to stay in his net, not come after it. It's a little too easy for Colorado to get possession in the Whitecaps end there. Suggs, left footer. Serban doing the chasing right now. Ball played in by Eddie Prue, nothing coming of that.
Bit of a catch-22 for the Whitecaps back four at the minute, because if you step the line up, the space is in behind, and they're knowing the Colorado Springs want to play that ball in behind, you need to have your goalkeeper on his toes, and just a bit of communication now.
Bartman not thrilled, got fouled. It's all right. He'll take it. Seymour does exactly that, going to the left side to Declan Wynn. He thought he might be able to hit Bartman. That's picked off. Is the offside? Yeah, I thought it was offside. Took a while for the ref to throw up it. Aaron King's not thrilled. There's that. Yeah, that is Aaron King, I think, who was making that run there. Not thrilled with it, the late call.
Yeah, I think that's the rule nowadays as a defender. Don't really like it because you don't get to save your legs. You have to chase the ball down, but it's in the rule book now, I guess.
Whitecaps unable to get a real spell of possession here, 56 minutes in. And again, here comes Colorado Springs. That ball, foul going the other way as Malcolm tripped up. It's Ben McKendry who was tracking back with him. And here comes Vancouver. First time they've really pushed forward. Gloria Mena, that's a nice little move. And again, he keeps possession. There's McKendry, goes to the outside. They're men in the box. Bustos was coming in. Don't know if that was going to be a shot or going to be a cross. Kind of a little in between for Nazem Bartman. Not thrilled with his decision there as he kind of puts his head over his hands as to, oh, I didn't read that one well.
No, it's worth an effort there on his right foot coming in. He didn't quite connect it to the way he wanted to, but good break from the Whitecaps, starting with McKendry.
Almost like there's no midfield, so very quickly it's Colorado Springs on the attack now. Their captain, Ronnie Argueta, veteran defensive midfielder. There's Perez. He'll have it. Will he cut it back? And does. It's loose. Header in. Not thrilled with how he finished it. There wasn't much on it. Again, good creation. I believe that was Malcolm who was there. Was it Shane Malcolm with the header? Didn't really challenge Sean Melvin, who again in a space, but maybe a little too easy, as it looks like on the Whitecaps FC bench we might be getting set for a sub and maybe some fresh legs.
It looks like Andy Toma, I believe, getting warmed up. It's too easy for, I believe it was Aaron King, the header in the box there. Too easy. One of the center backs has to be on it, but Sean Melvin there to pick up. Couldn't have the power on it.
A couple times penetration has been exactly that, David Edgar. Too easy for them. All right, it does appear that we will see Andy Toma. Colorado again with another great effort. Top of the 18-yard box. There'll be a foul right there called on Ben McKendry. They're getting in deep. They're getting into dangerous areas, and this is playing with fire eventually. Caps will put together the wall. Sorry, David. They'll put together the wall. 5 Colorado Springs players over top of it.
Yeah, it looks a good range here from Masta Kasher. 4 of them stood over it.
Yeah, Kasher scored one from this area last week, but they've called him off. It'll be the veteran Ricardo Perez, who came down from the Colorado Rapids of MLS. See if he will swing it around the wall. Perez, let's go. Good shot. Oh, if Melvin saw that late, didn't miss by much. Sean Melvin didn't move much, but didn't hurt either as it goes sailing over the bar. And here will be our first sub. And good effort. The first start for Nazem Bartman. The University of Southern Florida played very well. Got himself 60 minutes in. Rich Fagan had said every time he's been on the pitch, he's done something to impress us, and he deserved the start. I think he took full credit with the start, too, so he will be subbed off for Andy Toma will jump in.
Yeah, I was impressed with Nazem Bartman. He looked confident in his first start. Obviously, it's going to take a while to get up to the pace of the game, a full 90 minutes, but he seemed to tire a bit near the 60th minute. Good to get the minutes under his belt, and looking forward to seeing him more.
Toma quickly with a little header. His first touch is good as it goes to Gloria Amanda. He's on the left side. We'll cross it in. It's this Bustos gets a foot on it. Still sitting around there. Here's Ben McKendry. Oh, tackled at the 18-yard box. Oh, McKendry thinking he might have had the second goal on his foot. Here comes Colorado Springs, though. They're back the other way. Will Seymour trying to stop things. Kasher stopped by Ben McKendry. Oh, a good opportunity for the Whitecaps. Just couldn't find it on their feet for Ben McKendry.
Just wouldn't sit for him there. Wouldn't sit for Marcus Bustos. It came out to McKendry, and in the end, a good tackle from the switchbacks at the edge of the box.
DeVitt going up, ball is still loose. Cole Seiler is behind him to back him up. McKendry chests it down, a little flick. That's not going to work there as the Whitecaps tried to pull off. Caden Chung couldn't get it going. And Areta is there. Argueta is there for Colorado Springs. Malcolm on the far side. Keep moving it. Into the captain it goes. A little back hill by Seymour. Brought down by Toma. Toma got to be very aware of what he's got to watch in the form of Shane Malcolm, the Guam national player who's got such speed. And there is Malcolm right there. Ball in low. DeVitt does well to block off his man. Declan Wynn just gets it out of there. Malcolm again, another ball back. This time there's no one going after it, so Sean Melvin will bring it down. Sean Melvin, and very good, the Victoria native. Seven DeVitt showing his hands. Come on, guys, let's calm down and get it together. At the 62-minute marker, Whitecaps got one from Marco Bustos from the penalty spot. Kind of hanging on in a game in which the Colorado Springs have probably been the more aggressive team, created more, 15 shots in the first 45 minutes alone. but it's only one in the back of the net. It's come from the Whitecaps. There's a good ball. Gloria Amanda might get on it. Good play right at the very end by the center back of Colorado to make sure Sean McFarland bringing that away, so could not get behind them.
Yeah, as you said there about Sem David, you're going to need your leaders and your more experienced players to gather the younger boys who are we're still learning the game. At this point of the game, 60 minutes in, 1-0 up. Just stay compact, do the smart things, and be professional about your performance, and they're going to need that help.
Josh Phillips found some space, took it, but gave the ball away. Now he's back defending, and here comes Marco Bustos inside to Chung. Here's Caden Chung, good turn, he's still got some room, looking for some help. Will he take him on himself? Chung goes to the far side, there's Toma heading it back in across. No one's there, and it's been brought in by Moise Pueta. Caden Chung has moved up, and this is what they said Rich Fagan he would do. Eventually he would switch it, so Serban is back now playing that right back roll right here, loses his man, but fortunately Sean Melvin is there, and thus Caden Chung, who's played a right midfield role and has shown us that creativity, playing a little higher in the park now.
I'm looking forward to seeing him there, seeing him play there. He's done well in his first touches out wide. Could he have hit it? Ended up being a good cross, but take that chance if he gets it.
Comfortable with the ball at his feet. And again, you speak of your abilities and what you can do in a league like this. Well, you play right back and then they move you up and you're understanding that. Just more tools in the toolbox.
Again, yeah, more strings of the bow. And you say Caden Chung's got bags of ability, and he learned the defensive side of the game for the first 60 minutes. So go and attack now.
Tools in the toolbox, strings in the bow, knives in the drawer. Any other analogies we could come up with here? Flowers.
Plenty of cliches.
Flowers in the bouquet on this Mother's Day. That might not be
one.
bad. Bustos back to Serban, who is now back in a role he'll be familiar with. The Calgary native all the way back to the Victoria native. 6 Canadians on the roster on the field for the Whitecaps in their starting lineup. Here's one of them, Gloria Amanda out of Edmonton. Suggs decides the bicycle. Don't know if that was needed. The Whitecaps will take it. Bustos hanging on to it. Goes to Ben McKendry. They'll play it back and forth. Good touch by Marco Bustos. There wasn't a lot of room. They got to move it quickly. Can they get it to the other side? Bustos pulls it back. Still a lot of traffic over here for McKendry. Bustos using his bottle. Good battle with Josh Phillips. Marco Bustos showing his skill, maybe a little too much at that point, but it'll be a throw-in for the Whitecaps, so it doesn't hurt anybody.
Like you said there, can we get it to the other side? Sorry, can the Whitecaps get it to the other side? Because Colorado Springs are staying compact and wanting to keep the Whitecaps down one side, the space is wide. If the switcher plays on, Whitecaps could get out.
The difficulty, and I guess the learning process of finding that space and somehow moving it so quickly and countering from the other side.
Just knowing it, and you can, your defenders can tell you that because they can see the whole game.
Yeah. Oh, we're looking for a foul there. I think we did find it. I'm not sure if that was Fem David, but certainly Colorado Springs thought they had an opportunity. As Kevon Fraser into the game, thought he had some room there and couldn't finish. Got pulled down. Josh Suggs over this one. Left-footed, in swinging. Little wind behind him. Sean Melvin ready. It's a good ball. That's a deep ball. Melvin's going to have to play on it. Does well to go up and pick it down. Thinks about firing out to Gloria Amanda. Doesn't. And waits and sees that he's got some space for Andy Toma. Toma will play the left side. That's Declan Wynn plays it through. There's going to be a little bit of a collision here. And indeed there is, but it's loose. It's still picked up by the Whitecaps. There's Toma, left foot low on the ground, coming in and finish. What a finish by Gloria Amanda. Great build-up from the Whitecaps, and they've got the 2-0 lead in the 67th minute. David, that's how you want to draw it up. Andy Toma working the left side, and then finally the finish on the ground.
Yeah, excellent finish there. Delighted for Gloria Amanda, but for me that starts from the goalkeeper. As you said, he looks to play out quickly, makes the right decision, rolls it out, and then fresh legs on the left-hand side with Andy Toma.
It's exactly what it was. The Fresh Legs bought it, but you've talked in the first half of young Gloria Amanda, 18 years old, and how you appreciated his runs. We had a wonderful camera angle there where he was just running full speed. Toma, well to see him, cuts it back in. You didn't even have to hit the ball. It was just a basic stride into the side of the net. And this young man has been very impressive in his first year in USL soccer, 18 years old. Shot goes wide there by Colorado Springs at 18 to come in and just have that confidence to believe right away you can play with men. And he's been doing it.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job in making that center forward position his own. He's let the ball the pace was on the ball. He's a great cultured finish, and as I say, I'm delighted for the young guy. Keeps making those runs into the box and in behind. He'll reap the benefits.
Thomas Gardner getting set to come into the game. Switchbacks will make a sub 2. Here come Whitecaps FC2. Amanda makes another run. They don't get it to him. Comes to Ben McKendry. He'll think about it and hit it from distance, well taken by Ben McKendry. Good idea and another good build up by the hometown. Will Seymour tries to track that ball down. Can't keep possession. Sean Malcolm again goes inside, offside. Put up by the two center backs. They were correct. The linesman had the flag up, and we will see some substitutions. So the goal scorer, Marco Bustos, who's been battling a hamstring injury. He gets 69, 70 minutes. You wonder if that might have been the plan all along for Bustos. A good performance to get back into it. Scored the first goal after drawing the PK and finishing it. And he will move to the side for Thomas Gardner.
A nice run out for Marcos Bustos there, 70 minutes after an injury on the score sheet.
And the veteran and the number 10, who they expected to do a lot of stuff, Ricardo Perez, is taken off for Luke Colon coming in for Colorado.
Colorado are going to have to push for a goal now and lead numbers. Push numbers forward, and could leave them exposed at the back, even more so.
DeVitt. Well, much like the first team, there's been a lot of travel for FC2, so Rich Fagan was not disappointed in how his team has played. He just understood it's tough to travel that much and to get into some kind of a sync as a player, and I think he'll be really pleased, obviously, with what he's seen here.
Yeah, there's so many different factors with the travel. It takes it out of you, even though you may not feel it, the time change and everything, but say you'll be delighted bringing fresh legs in and putting in a good performance and hopefully keeping this clean sheet.
There's Vaughn doing some good work with the ball there. Kevin Vaughn trying to create. Sven DeVitt says, come on now, and he does get the call going his way. DeVitt's been strong again. Big leader. Went to Wales with the first team for training camp. Didn't get in. Just to be around the boys, though, I think, you know, it gives you that proof. He was the player of the year on this team last year. A few center backs, don't you, on that side?
Yeah.
You know what? There's no shortage of center backs in the Whitecaps organization.
No, that's for sure. But like I say, Sem's done very well. Player of the season last year for the USL team. Went away with the first team. Unfortunate to get the injury, but it's good to be around the team, see what the first team do, how they go about their business, and hopefully that's where everyone wants to be here. And say the management's here, watching and taking notes. So some good performances so far.
Ball in there. Coming out though is Mawaz Pawati to pick it up. How much do you have as far as communication? Obviously, it's been different for you with your injury. Different that they've got Pamo Ducal with the team now and was here last year a bit. is there a lot of communication, and it will train, I think will change so much with the training center opening up soon, to have that communication and experience that you would have from playing over in Europe to pass on to these guys?
Well, like I said before, Cole Seiler asked a lot of questions, as does Tim Parker. It's no coincidence he's playing some of the best football of his career because he's willing to learn, he's willing to ask questions, he sits down with the coaching staff, and it's that next level he wants to get to. And like I say, they're willing to learn, and that's the main thing. And it not so much communicating with the USL boys because of the facility-wise and the distance, but I'm sure when we're all together in one big group, then I'll be there to help anyone who's asking questions.
Yeah, that certainly would be beneficial. Here's an opportunity shot, misplaced in front, but turning and letting the shot go just off early on. An opportunity. Vercoloni with the opportunity to spin and fire. Miss hits the ball, though. Would have had a chance to make a big impact on this game and put his team into it, but Luke couldn't find the back of the net with that opportunity. Still kind of scratching his head. First touch comes in, have your chance. Now it's about mental focus for the next 15 minutes for Whitecaps to see if they can take this thing home.
That's the thing, gamesmanship, game management, slowing it down, slowing your free kicks, your throw-ins down, and again, that comes from the leadership and the veterans here. They need to, we don't need another goal here. Be nice, but.
Well, one of the leaders is Ben McKendry, kind of in a box here with two defenders on him, but he'll get the throw in. Take his time. And another workman day for Ben McKendry doing his bit. A good day for Serban too, as Rich Fagan looks on and feels things have gone his way. So far, so good.
Yeah, Serban's put a shift in. That's not an easy job to play right wing and then have to go right back and bomb on. I certainly didn't have the legs for it as a player, but he's done well. He's put a shift in again. And Ben McKendry, you expect that from him. He's a professional and goes about his business.
Well, you know, it's so tough for Serban, who broke his foot almost a year ago. You know, you're young, you're excited to be part of a situation like this. Great ball movement by Thomas Gardner. Fantastic. Finish it off. Tries to get it to Caden Chung. Boy, we talk about young skill. Gardner, a residency guy, showed what he can do there. Tight quarters. Whitecaps still have an opportunity. McKendry looks as to where he can put it. Battles for it. Back to Serban. Broken foot. Really, it had been almost a year. He gets back into the lineup. And now back-to-back games. And you talk about wanting to learn, but there has to be such a passion. I know you're battling your injury right now, but just to know that you love the game and you want to get back and play, so making the most of it.
That's the thing. It's a mental battle at this point of the injury, and Serban's definitely had to go through that. And you want to be out there, you want to be training every day, but it's a different side of it, and just continue learning off the field and, like I say, asking questions, learning, watching as much football as possible.
Yeah, so maybe you come back and you just play with that much more passion, knowing what you really love to do and that it could be taken away from you. And Serban has showed that as he is right there on the defense. Lots of energy. Good play by Caden Chung. Serban to Amanda. Ben McKendry runs. A nice turn by Amanda, but now he's got trouble. 3 switchback players on him. Yeah, the kid still gets up, and did he win the free kick? Little things like that, I think, David, where coaches go, good on him. Never quit.
No, and even with that goal, he wants to get more. He wants the ball, and it's brilliant to see, and I've really enjoyed watching him over the past couple of weeks, and he's turning into a good little player.
Well, played at St. Nicholas Academy with Alfonso Davies. He's a couple years older than Alfonso.
Must be something in the water there.
How good were they? Yeah. How good were they in a little school team? Yeah. Alfonso talks about winning a city championship, and how really for him it's still kind of his greatest thrill, winning a junior high championship, which shows you how young he is.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. But 2 talented kids that have come out of that academy. Here's a ball inside. Kevin Frazier will lose it. McKendry's got someone on him, and in fact, let that someone get by him as the 2 captains battle. Good effort, the switchbacks going all the way in. Ball comes loose to Cashier, and are we pointing to the penalty spot? Goal kick. Master Cashier's going, are you kidding me? Down on the ground, a little bit hurt. Sean Melvin just will take his time. We'll get a chance to see what happened to Cashier. I thought he might have a situation here and a good valid point.
Can't really see. I think.
Which way are you leaning?
At first, I thought the referee's always going to give it to sort of level it up with the penalty in the first half. That's the way you think. But if he didn't catch him, he didn't catch him, and he's made the right decision.
Yeah, he felt like he got touched. I don't know if he did. Kind of seemed like the foot was almost stuck in the carpet, that he knew if there was an opportunity as the ball was going wide.
It's almost an art how some of these players fall nowadays.
Ball put in again. Dealt with by Cole Seiler. Whitecap FC 2 trying to see this one home on a Mother's Day in the sunshine at UBC Thunderbird Stadium. A goal by Bustos in the first half by Gloria Amanda, that young man there, the 18-year-old, first year in the USL. He got one to give him a little bit of breathing space and a wonderful build-up.
See, for me, that's excellent. To have that in your team where you're under pressure and your striker can hold it up and get a free kick or can get it out wide is massive for the team. And Gloria Amanda's done that excellent today.
DeVitt will switch it all the way to the left. Declan Gwynn will play it up to Andy Toma, who was instrumental coming in, working that left side for that 2-0 goal. This time the ball goes a little bit too far. Declan Gwynn trying to bring it in, can't. Does Colorado have anything left? 2 road games this week. Can't be much gas left in the tank. They had their opportunities, weren't able to finish. Haven't created as much as they did in the first half here. This man's been dangerous, the Guam national team member. Handful of caps playing for them. Sean Malcolm, been very good. Shane Malcolm, rather. It's another good ball. Well played into space by Gloria Amanda. Here's Caden Chung. Defender or skill? I would say skill. Beats his man. Chung swings it across. Not enough time there. Chung will get it back. Where does Caden Chung go? He'll spin it around and decide to go backwards with it. Serbin's looking for some help. Chung's got to pop to the outside and does. He'll give it back. Good opportunity. Chris Serbin comes in. What will he do? Looking to cut it back. Cuts it across. Gloria Amanda lets it go. Headed an opportunity by Thomas Gardner. Can't put it into the back of the net. A nice build-up again for the Whitecaps. Just couldn't finish.
Oh, I'm just watching this game with a smile on my face now. It does get easier at 2-0 when you're 2-0 up, but seeing players like that and the confidence Caden Chung and the communication between him and Serbin, it's delightful to watch.
Serb's the old guy in there. Everybody else were teenagers, so that can't bode anything but well. And here they come, another opportunity. Serbin will take it on his own. Will he let a shot go? Does. Top of the corner. There you go. Calgary native. Well deserved for Chris Serbin on a great effort. And in the 81st minute, the Caps have their third. And what a thrill and what a week it has been.
Delighted for him. Great finish, and we were just talking about the play down the right-hand side, and they thoroughly deserved the shift that those two have put in.
Well, you know, you're a young man, you want to play, you break your foot, you're out a year, you play a couple games in a few days, and to end it that way, top corner, smiles all around from the Calgary gentleman, and I'm sure his whole family, just happy to see him playing. I think a lot of people going, that's what you love about sports, you know, you come back, you persevere, and you have moments like that.
Yeah, there's always a storyline, and I think today's his.
It's a good tackle by Caden Chung again. Whitecaps in a league where it's about getting players experiencing, getting them ready. I think Rich Fagan has himself a team with an awful lot of young talent. And you, David, you make a great point. Is it'll be so interesting for Carl Robinson to see what he chooses at the Canadian Championship, because he's gone with it before, where he played so many youngsters in Toronto a few years ago, and you wonder where he looks at.
Yeah, he's got a proven track record of giving the youngsters a chance here, and there's a few performances out there that wouldn't be surprised that they'd get in the team or at least on the bench, and be great to see for the club and for the players.
Gaffer is here. Did you see him at halftime?
Yeah, I saw him there, and he's keeping low profile with his sunglasses on.
He's got the blue blocker shades on. But you can't even, you put them on your face, and if he smiles, they move because they're right down to his teeth.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to I'm gonna have to speak to him tomorrow about those.
I'm not sure what he's going with. I don't even know if we should get him on camera with those shades.
I'm not sure about them.
Who is he fooling? But he's here watching with the staff and has to be impressed with what they've seen 83 minutes in. Opportunity again for the switchbacks. They almost deserved a goal, but Melvin has been so good. You want the clean sheet, and are they looking for more? Yeah, well, when you're kids, you keep on going. So there's Gloria Amanda again, still in a fight with two players. You see one more change for the Whitecaps. Matthew Baldissimo, the Baldissimo boys. Chris Serban, a round of applause with a wonderful 84 minutes from him. Handshakes from everybody on the bench. Thrilled with what he'd done. Good smile and enjoying going, that's a Mother's Day. That was pretty good.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. Sven DeMitt will clear this one almost all the way into the stands.
You'd like to think the Whitecaps are going to come away with all 3 points now, but for me personally, being a defender and the way I think, and I know the way that Sam DeVitt and Cole Seiler think, is get the clean sheet, and Sean Melvin deserves it. So.
Is that a challenge sometimes as defenders? You can't switch off. You want the clean sheet, but you might not get some guys in front of you who are thinking they can be a little bit more creative now rather than going, you know what, yeah, I'm just going to hold back and defend.
You know what, that's the difference between defenders and strikers, because they want more goals and we want to keep them out the other end. So
yeah.
A clean sheet for us is like scoring.
It was a good turn by Ben McKendry, but he's taken down. Eddie Prue, who really had a chance to change this game early on when it was scoreless, but skied it over the bar from about 15 yards out. He's been good it's been a good battle in the midfield.
Yeah, it has. Will Seymour again just goes about his business, picking up second balls and breaking up the play. Against his hometown club, I believe.
Yeah, Colorado Springs is where Will Seymour is from. Remind everybody, USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. So stay up to date with all the latest news and information by visiting www.uslsoccer.com and follow them on Twitter. They're simply at USL. Bang the drum here at Thunderbird with 3.5 minutes left till we get to the 90-minute mark. Fans in the sunshine, and nice to see the sun, nice to see a Vancouver team playing at home. It's been so long before the guys have gotten back. They finally finished their 4-game road trip. We'll be back at BC Place on Saturday. Back into the mindset of everybody. Been a good road trip, talking to Martin Pert and Gordon Forrest. Never liked that part of the schedule, but the fact that after that part of the schedule, they pick up the points they wanted to, they will take it and be glad to have the home games they do. Still something to work for, opportunity. Sean Melvin can cover it. Good stretch by Kevin Fraser to get the ball on the net, but no harm from Melvin. He was a difference maker early on. Several big saves, 15 shots headed his way. Gloria Amanda still thinks they can find more. Could come from Ben McKendry. Oh, couldn't get a touch on it. Thought he could protect it with his run. It was taken away at the last minute. Good flick on by Amanda, however. Andy Toma, fresh legs, chasing down in full stride, helping Declan win on the far side. Look out, there's some room. Shot, Melvin. Oh, well, you said it. As a center back and as a defender, unfair that Melvin gets beaten with only 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. That's a good finish.
Full credit to the Colorado Springs. They built that up and did exactly what they needed to do. Good ball cut inside, looking for an opportunity to see when they can have it. Strong strike by Sean McFarland. and it's a 3-1 game. Well, dampens the mood a bit here. End of the day, though, if you were to say, is it fair? They probably did enough to get one.
You'd like to think so, yeah. They had the chances, albeit the chances coming from the Whitecaps' sloppy play at the back, you could say. But I thought they cleared the lines very well on top of those mistakes. But as you say, I think the Switchbacks did deserve a goal.
Yeah, better the play early on. Whitecaps taking full advantage, though. Have been the better team in the second half for sure. And getting in a well-balanced attack. Offside flag is there. That may be a little unnecessary. Caden Chung not thrilled with what Josh Suggs had to do. Suggs thinking we still have it in us to get one. 89 minutes have been played here. Have to always believe if you're the visitors and you're down by a pair, you never know what it can do. So that kind of will turn things back on for the Whitecaps to go, we haven't seen this one through yet. There's Seymour going up. Foul on Ben McKendry, though. Switchbacks will send everybody up. Suggs will swing it in with his left foot. Can't anticipate much as far as extra time is concerned. There's the ball by Suggs. DeVitt goes up, comes down though. Springs have it. Amanda will try and get to it. Can't, but that doesn't mean he's quitting. Don't think he'll get there in time. Tries to run it out. It will be throw in for Colorado Springs. Well, referee overrules the linesmen. They have put up 3 minutes of extra time for the Whitecaps to take it home. 3-1 lead currently.
90th minute, 3-1 up at home, and Gloria Amanda's still chasing down the back forwards. It's just nice to see that he's got that willingness to run and willingness to work hard for 90+ minutes.
3 on the board, looking for their 3rd win of the season. Yeah, I don't know if he has a quit button. Number 54 usually doing something that makes you think there's a promising future in him and an opportunity at some point. Hayden Chung goes hard, trying to track back. DeVitt gets a hand on it, or a foot on it, I should say. And now another long ball again, this time to the far side. Andy Toma will try and defend there. Good hard ball put through that Cole Seiler does well to control. And that's a little pass back to Ron Melvin. Has to hit it with his left foot. Colorado Springs still coming. More opportunity. Ball is loose. McKendry and Will Seymour kind of get together, throwing their backs together. Boy, wide open on the far side was Gloria Amanda. Seymour saw him, but just couldn't get it through the legs to take full advantage of that opportunity. Melvin will bring it down and likely settle it down. As you said, he was really the instigator in getting that second goal by deciding where to distribute the ball to the left side, and about 5 passes later was in the back of the net.
Yeah, he's done well today, Sean Melvin, coming out, clearing his lines, catching the ball. Really commanding performance.
Baldissimo defending. Ball into the box. A good turn and a good opportunity. Well done. 1 goal already. Looking for another was McFarland. Not happy. Created space for himself. Maybe could have done better. Would have been difficult. Just waiting for the referee. David Barry kind of checking his watch to see if that might be it for Melvin. Gave up 1. Disappointing, but it was a strong effort by the Victoria keeper and those in front of him.
Still can't believe we've had 90 minutes without rain.
It's been strange. I mean, we both came here in winter parkas. I'm still wearing a winter parka, and it's May, but maybe we can finally put it away and see some soccer-like weather. And there is your final whistle. Referee David Berry pointing to the middle of the park. Time for Rich Fagan to shake some hands and celebrate an impressive Mother's Day performance by the Vancouver Whitecaps and the effort that they have put in. Gloria Manda at 18, I don't know how much he has in the gas tank, but he certainly leaves it all out there. And an impressive effort by the Whitecaps, the fans enjoying the sunshine and enjoying what's around them as they celebrate their win here at home at UBC Thunderbird Stadium. 3-1 your final. We'll be back with more after this. That was McFarland, right?
Sermon's mom's in town and scores a goal. She needs to come out with me.
We don't have to take a man of the match or anything, do we? Why not hang out in the sunshine, as Whitecaps FC2 players are? Haven't seen a whole lot of it. A little bit of a stretch and a lot of fun. Mother's Day in the sunshine for all the soccer moms coming out here to watch a little Whitecaps FC2, and they saw themselves an entertaining game. There you see the final 3-1 as we go through the stats, David Edgar. Boy, sometimes stats are misleading. Look at that, 25 shots for Colorado Switchback. Colorado Springs Switchbacks, 8 of them on target. Possession was close. They had better possession, did the visitors. Offsides and yellow cards, and wasn't an overly physical game. Tackles were made when they needed to be, but at the end of the day, full credit to Rich Fagan and his squad and how they got the job done with the opportunity. If you haven't seen it, here's how it looked in the game highlights. Early on, there were some good opportunities. Marco Bustos goes in. Looks like there was a hand on foot. The referee, Dave Berry, says, you know what? Yeah, I got to give you a yellow card to Josh Suggs. And Bustos, cool and calm, finishes it. 2 games in the USL this year, 2 goals. That's what they need from a veteran.
Yeah, it's good from Bustos there, just stepping up confidently. Okay, 2-2 is not a bad track record to have.
Coming back from a little bit of a hamstring pull. played about 70 minutes in this one. Some good opportunities, and Sean Melvin was a difference maker for Whitecaps FC2. One save here off King, gets a little bit of luck from the post, and then, well, Will Seymour, who's strong, is back there to get rid of a ball, to make that Declan win, rather, to knock that ball off the line. So strong defensive play by the Whitecaps in the opening 45 minutes. Some good opportunities here, and they made the most of them. This is the second goal, which started from Sean Melvin with the throw, and what a wonderful finish after the ball from Andy Toma, who just come in.
It's a great run from Gore, man. A great pass. He's picked out nicely from Declan Wynn there and just does the rest. Just slots it in home.
18-year-old gets another one. That's in the 64th minute, making it 2-0. Chris Serban, what a wonderful story. He's played 2 games this week. Almost a year to the day he had broke his foot. He is back playing professional soccer. Played it right back and played a little bit up front in the midfield to number 55 out of Calgary. Ah, you love that. Everyone thrilled that he got himself the goal. That made it 3-0 at that point. And then late in the 88th minute, an opportunity. Disappointing for Sean Melvin that there was enough space there for Sean McFarland to let a shot go and ruin the clean sheet.
Yeah, disappointing for Melvin and actually for the 2 center backs, who I thought did do well in clearing their lines and deserved a clean sheet in the end. But overall, good 3 points, and Rich Fagan will be the happier of the 2 managers.
Yeah, it's been a lot of travel if you're a pro soccer player and you play for the Whitecaps, whether it's the first team who've been gone away for 4 or a couple 11-hour trips for Rich Fagan and Whitecaps FC2. But they return to Swangard on this Mother's Day and get full credit for their big 3-1 win over the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Sunshine and soccer on Mom's Day works pretty good. Thank you so much for joining us on behalf of the entire crew and David Edgar. I'm Perry Solkowski saying Happy Mother's Day from Vancouver, British Columbia.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.